FIFA made a bet. The biggest, greediest, most expensive bet in the history of the sport. 48 teams, 104 matches, 3 countries. Premium pricing slapped on everything that moved. And underneath all of it, one enormous assumption, that America would show up and print money. Then the fans didn't come. The hotels sat half empty, the flights dropped. And the one man FIFA needed nowhere near this tournament, the man who promised years ago he wouldn't even be in office when it arrived, walked straight into the middle of it. This is the story of how Donald Trump became FIFA's biggest World Cup problem. But here's the part the headlines keep missing. Trump didn't create this mess. He just exposed it. Because FIFA built a machine that only works if everything goes perfectly, and then handed the keys to the most chaotic political environment on Earth. So let's go through it because the numbers are genuinely bad. The fan invasion everyone was promised is not happening. The CEO of the Hotel Association of New York City reportedly called the situation an overall disappointment. And then the association cut its expected World Cup revenue forecast by 60%. Initial expectations were around 1.2 million fans arriving in New York City. The new estimate is closer to 500,000. The New York Hilton Midtown reportedly slashed its December advertised price by roughly half, down to around $415, and hotels do not cut prices in half when a once-in-a-generation event is selling itself. Hotel bookings across host cities are reportedly up just 0.5% compared to last year. Flights from Europe to U.S. host cities are down around 3.8%. And New York, the city hosting the final, has reportedly seen flights drop 15.8%. A World Cup is supposed to be a tidal wave of people. This looks like a slow leak. And that brings us to the trigger. FIFA wanted the American market. But American money, it turns out, comes with American politics attached. And FIFA inherited every bit of it. Trump's travel ban system reportedly restricts access from around 40 countries. The continent hit hardest is Africa, which has a record-breaking 10 teams at this tournament. 10 nations whose fans are now staring at a host country that may not let them in. Fans from Iraq have reportedly struggled to use consular links with the US. Supporters in Scotland have reportedly watched approved ESTA travel authorizations flip back to pending days before they were due to fly. And FIFA's answer to all of this? Reuters reported that Infantino said FIFA could not overrule national immigration decisions, which is technically true, and also a confession. Because if you build a tournament that depends on the whole planet traveling to one country, and then you can't guarantee the planet can actually get in, that is not a small operational footnote. That is a hole in the foundation. But, and this is the part FIFA does not want you to focus on, Trump is the easy villain here. FIFA is the real one, because FIFA chose this. FIFA promoted 2026 as the biggest World Cup ever, with around 6.5 million fans expected to attend. And then they priced it like a luxury product, not like a people's tournament. Like a Super Bowl, a Vegas fight night, and a billionaire convention all smashed into one. They used dynamic pricing on tickets, the same model the airlines and the concert promoters use, where the cost rises with demand. FIFA argues this optimizes revenue and attendance. Translation: charge whatever the market will bear. And then they acted genuinely shocked when ordinary fans, the people who actually fill stadiums and make atmospheres, looked at the prices and stayed home. Which connects directly to the most humiliating image of the entire tournament: empty seats. Here's the distinction that matters. For Trump, empty seats are embarrassing. A bad photo, a political headache. For FIFA, empty seats are terrifying because they expose the entire business model. A P reported that FIFA blamed the visible empty seats at a match in Mexico on fans being in the concourses, while also noting the criticism over high prices and the fact that many games still had tickets available right before the opener. Read that again. The most in-demand event on the planet, and there were still tickets sitting unsold as the whistle blew. You cannot price out the working fan, oversell the hype, and then act surprised when the cameras pan across rows of empty plastic. That is not Trump's fault. That is the bet FIFA made coming due. And the atmosphere tells the same story. There's reportedly almost no buzz, no buildup. One New York resident said he'd mostly spotted Morocco fans and not much else. The U.S. flag was reportedly booed before the opening game in Mexico City, a sign of exactly how America's global image is landing right now. And then there's the smallest, most telling moment of all. USMNT Captain Tim Ream reportedly refused to acknowledge Trump during a phone call, the one where Trump told the team they had a good chance of going all the way. The coach said thank you. Ream, by every account of his body language, didn't lift his head, didn't nod, didn't engage. Even the captain of the host nation looks like he'd rather the president stay out of it. When your own star player can't fake a smile, the vibe problem is real. Now compare that to how this could have been done. In New York, Zoran Mamdani reportedly set up a lottery system giving ordinary New Yorkers a shot at far cheaper World Cup tickets. The radical idea that a tournament coming to your city should be something normal people can actually attend, not just billionaires and corporate suites. That is the whole argument in one contrast. FIFA built a World Cup for people who can drop thousands on a seat. Mamdani built a way-in for everyone else. Guess which one fills a stadium? So here's where it all lands. FIFA sold the dream. Trump made the dream harder to reach. And the fans are the ones paying the price twice. Once at the ticket window and once at the border. FIFA is now trapped exactly where it never wanted to be, between a president it can't control and a fan base it already priced out, defending empty seats with excuses about concourses, while the biggest, most expensive World Cup in history struggles to fill its rooms, its flights, and its stands. FIFA wanted America to print money. Instead, America handed them a mirror. And the reflection is a tournament that confused expensive for special and is only now finding out the difference. So what do you think? Is this Trump's disaster or FIFA's? Because from where I'm sitting, Trump is just the spark. FIFA built the thing that was always going to burn. Drop your take in the comments. I read every one. A like genuinely helps more than you'd think. And subscribe if you want World Cup coverage that names the real villain instead of the easy one. Football at this scale is never just a tournament. It's a moment in time, and this one is showing us exactly who built it and exactly who it was built for.